Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Good morning, it is XFM on Saturday morning, and this is Josh Widdicombe. Hello, producer Neil.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
There's that famous catchphrase, morning, that you've made your own. Have you copyrighted it? Like, I'm loving it. I'm very excited this morning, because, well, you were part of this big event. We've been building up to it, I suppose, for a few months, as I've been dropping hints about how much I like Pointless. Who did I just bump into in the bloody hallway? Only Alexander Armstrong. Very exciting times. Very exciting.
I was going to say, you're like a kid on Christmas morning.
It's unbelievable. I had my photo taken with him, which is quite unprofessional, and if anything damages the reputation of XFM, that the DJs of XFM feel that they're so much less important than the DJs of well, I don't know what he's doing in the building. I don't even know. He might have just been on something else. But, you know, we're basically fans. The other exciting thing was I was talking to him, and then Simon Day from The Fast Show came up to us. It was like 3 eras. It was amazing. It's like, oh, Simon Day. Because I kind of know Simon Day, so that was like, oh, you're right, mate. And that gave me the kind of boost that I needed after having my photo taken and putting myself so low on a pedestal.
Come on, where's this photo then?
There you go, there's the photo.
Why aren't you looking into the camera? You're looking slightly to the kind of right or left of it.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the
person taking the picture?
No, I'm looking at the pointless 100-point countdown.
I've no idea what that is, but I'm sure
exactly.
I'm sure it's good.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Now, last week we were going to do this flatmate chat, which is the worst flatmates you've had for minor reasons, but we got carried away with the other one. So we should start with it this week, otherwise we might just do the same thing again. In 6 months, we'll be going, welcome to the show. This week we will definitely be doing the flatmate chat. Don't worry, we will be doing this. Let's do it. Also, we had the same tweet sent to us that had clearly been copy and pasted from the previous week.
Yes.
Which showed a lack of care. It's like when you get I got asked to do a TV show recently, and it said, hi, would Joel be interested in doing this show? Unbelievable. Still, there you go. You know, a job's a job at the end of the day.
Did you accept it, yeah?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Luckily, I could use that as an excuse because I didn't want to do it anyway. Kate Williams tweeted in, hi, Joel. This, she's used a hashtag here, which is very exciting, which is hashtag flatmate hell. Should be hashtag Joel, not Josh. Now, this is a quote from her flatmate. What I like is the use of the second word in the quote before I read it out. Your predecessor stayed elsewhere when my friends visited, so they could use her room. Anyone that uses predecessor in flatmate chat is not the kind of people I want to be sharing a ensuite bathroom with. Have you lived with people at uni?
Yeah, I lived with the same guys for 2-3 years, I think.
God, so it went well.
Well, yeah,
I had to do a fast turnover.
Did you?
Yeah, I operated a kind of Real Madrid Galactico system of constant stars rather than trying to build a team to go in the long term. And if anything, it damaged me because you run out of people to live with. Joe, who has started the text like we want by going morning. That is your catchphrase as well. Unbelievable. 10 years ago, I had the worst flatmate, Alison. Blah, 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 blah. And then, she was also curious about online porn, but feared it may be illegal to look at it. So used my PC as she thought I'd cope better than her in prison. I think that's perfectly acceptable. If you think someone's got, like that's the reason I've been Googling weapons-grade plutonium on your computer, because I feel you could stand up for it in prison. So we've got more of those coming up. And more about Neil's brushes with the law.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
And now, it's XFM, it's Saturday morning, and now we come to the point where, Neil, have you got an intro for Joe Lycett, News Hound, this week?
Off the top of my head, yeah?
Yeah?
Our news pig searching for news truffles, Joe Lycett.
Good morning, Josh. Good morning, listeners. I'm not sure I'm happy with that. Pig getting truffles.
Sorry, Joe.
A news pig.
Pigs are very intelligent.
Is that the only animal? Are they?
Yeah.
Pigs aren't intelligent, are they?
Oh, that's what no, they're clean. That's what they're clean.
If they're intelligent, they wouldn't all be sausages, would they? Do you know what I mean? They'd have worked out to not end up as sausages.
Some choose to be bacon.
I do love bacon.
Well, Joe, this week we're doing a continuation now, aren't we? Because there's
It's an update. It's a news update
News
from your
update.
news pig.
Now it's the news
Oink,
update.
oink.
What was the story? Just fill us in on what happened last week, Joe. It was.
So last week I broke the stunning news that a place in Mexico, Jalapa, has got mayoral elections on the 7th of July, and one of the candidates is a cat called Morris. And yes, so I brought that bombshell to you last week, straight from the pig's mouth that was. And this week I'm bringing you an update. Last week he was only second in the running on Facebook likes. I think because of our campaign, because obviously we promoted the Facebook page and whatever on the XFM website, on the Twitter page. He is now in the lead for the mayoral campaign of Facebook likes.
Yes.
However, Josh,
Oh, no.
They have said that he is not eligible, so actually his name won't be on the ballot paper.
Oh, why is he
they're
not
encouraging
eligible?
people to... Because he's a cat, mate. They're getting people to draw a cat head on the ballot paper as a sort of protest that he's not eligible. So you can still sort of vote for him to make your point. He's got some new, what they're calling, policies. Get it?
Yes.
His policy, because basically what they're saying is that every other candidate historically has made promises that they've not kept. And Morris's big thing is that he's going to keep his promises. And so they've said that his promises is to sleep, eat, yawn, and play in the dirt. And that is what he will do if he wins the election.
I think we should still back him.
You can follow him on Twitter now. He wasn't on Twitter before. It's at Candidato Morris.
This is all very exciting. We'll see how the story develops, Joe. When is the election?
I'm very happy for Morris. 7th of July, so we've got...
Oh, it's a way off yet, isn't it? Yeah, maybe we should reconsider that decision.
We'll have a think about it in the week.
We'll have a think about it in the week. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure, Josh. Please come to my show in Edinburgh. Tickets on sale now.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Josh Widdicombe still here with my producer, Neil.
Hello.
Hello. What happened to the catchphrase?
Sorry, morning.
Morning. There it was. You're never going to become a 1920s comedian like that, are you? You're never going to get your own sitcom. Now, we the other thing, as well as flatmates we were talking about, is worst. Would you call it worst excuses or best excuses? Most unlikely excuses you've got away with. That's the way we're going to label it this morning. Now, there is some good. I'm going to make you choose. Do you want Megan Barnett or Sinead Decker? Sinead Decker's a good name. Sounds like she's kind of, you know, the kind of person that is on a Talking Heads show because they had a hit in the 80s.
Well, I think you've clearly plumped for Sinead, so let's go for that one.
Okay. She's put most unlikely : so she's already made that decision for us. Sorry, I'm late. My pedal fell off, and then she's added, I don't own a bike. The thought that if you were coming up with an excuse bike-based, your go-to thing would be the pedal. You could ride a bike with one pedal.
It'd be very difficult, though.
Yeah, but you'd go punctured tyre or hit by bus. Those would be the two you'd go. They're the two likely things that could happen. Sorry, I'm late. The bell went on my. Got a hole in my basket. That would be my. I'm kind of. I should have plumped with Megan Barnett. Megan Barnett's really strong. So what we're going to do? I'm excited. In the second hour of the show, not only are we joined by Nick Helm, but we got a tweet from Megan Barnett. That's really good. It's quite exciting, isn't it?
Very excited about this.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
That was Jake Bug on XFM, and it is just after 11 o'clock, so I am joined by Nick Helm. Good morning.
Good morning, Josh.
When I queued you up, I said comedian, actor, musician.
Yeah.
And is that how you describe yourself?
It's a little bit full-blown, isn't it? I mean...
At this moment, you're acting humble. So
I'm acting humble. I am. I'm Mr. Yeah, it's more palatable.
Now, I've met Alexander Armstrong, as we established earlier in the show, just now, which excited me. And then you said that you'd met him in a much more exciting circumstance than I did.
Yeah. I did a karaoke charity gig. my friend Neil Webster organised it, and there was like a live band, and they played Rolling Stones and Beatles covers, like as a band.
Yeah.
And then they'd get, you know, A-list celebrities like myself to come on and sing over it, and I went along, and I didn't know really what to expect, and then it was Jason Manford, there was Vernon Kay, Xander Armstrong, and then the best of the best was Richard Madeley.
Amazing.
And best of the best with me. But, you know.
But Richard Madeley.
What
did Richard Madeley sing?
Richard Madeley sung Johnny Be Good. And he came on with, in my memory, it was a red electric guitar. Right? And he played, and he was amazing. He was amazing.
Are you sure this happened?
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, Richard Madeley comes on with a red electric guitar, and it looks like Marty McFly has aged 30 years, right? And it was one of the best things I've ever seen.
I can't believe that. That's amazing.
But he came.
Was Finnegan there?
No.
Oh, when the cat's away.
To be honest, it went really badly, and then at the end he said, he said you're not ready for it, but your kids are going to love it. And we were like, okay, that's fantastic. No, it went really well. He was great. He was great. And Manford was like, yeah, I mean, he can sing, can't he?
Can he?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like trained.
Is he?
Is Jason Manford a trained singer?
He's done Sweeney Todd.
Oh yeah,
he did. Yeah, he did.
He's
West
like,
End.
yeah, and then Vernon Kay, you know, he's got like star power.
He's not Super Mario.
It was great. It was really good.
That knocks my Alexander Armstrong in a corridor story into a cocked hat, really, if I'm honest.
I didn't get a photo with him.
Oh, so that's 1-1. Did you get a photo with Madeley?
I didn't get a photo with anyone, but I didn't realise that that's what we're meant to be doing. But
maybe you're right and I'm wrong. Maybe it isn't what we're meant to be doing.
I don't think we're meant to be doing it. I think we're meant to be. Well, I try and see everyone as an equal. The last thing I want is Madeley to come over to me and say, "Can I have a photo taken with you?" And I just think, come on, just treat me like one of the lads, Madeley.
Oh, so we'll mainly be talking about Richard Madeley. Very, very nice there.
Richard Madeley.
Richard Madeley.
Richard Madeley.
The conversation will be Richard Madeley after this.
Josh Widdicombe.
XFM. It's XFM on a Saturday morning, and this is Josh Widdicombe with producer Neil.
Morning.
And Nick Helm.
Hello.
Artist, musician, comedian.
All-rounder.
He can bat and bowl. So... No one was expecting a cricket reference from Nick.
Is that what it means?
All-rounder? Well, I don't know if it comes from cricket, but it's certainly used in cricket.
Does it not come from rounders?
You'd think, wouldn't you?
I would.
You would, yeah. Yeah, well, you just have. We're talking this morning not just about rounders. Were you good at rounders?
I was really good at rounders.
Were you?
Yeah, really good.
I wasn't very good.
Didn't have a very big school.
So you really came into your own.
I can't remember if I was good at rounders. I'm not good at anything else, so I imagine that was the one that I was good at. So
that's a good way of looking at it. I'm not good at any other sports, so presumably that was the one I was good at rather than... So it probably held for rounders.
Yeah.
We had a sports day in the wet, and one of the kids, he lost the grip of the rounders bat and hit the bowler in the eye.
Ow.
Yeah. Shouldn't have told that story. That's not funny. Oh no, took his eye out.
What,
no.
Oh, that's a shame. It's a shame. We could have done with someone losing an eye.
It was awkward because it got stuck in, and he's had to have it stuck in his face. You recognise him?
Like a rubbish Pinocchio. Yeah. It was always lying.
I know. For every time there's a rounder, it grows a bit. So we're talking this morning about our worst flatmates. Open brackets, minor reasons, close brackets. It's snappy.
Yeah.
And there needs to be a way of doing brackets on the radio. You're a radio producer. Can you sort that in the next week, please, Neil?
Yeah, sure.
Can we have a brackets soundtrack?
Okay.
And whenever I'm talking brackets, we'll just
cue
use that in, and then it comes out. As an easygoing man, presumably you're fine with flatmates, are you, Nick?
Yeah. I mean, are you using the term easygoing in an ironic way?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, well then... No. Oh, no. Flatmates, don't get me started.
I just have.
No, I mean, I don't. I mean, there's only one flatmate that really sticks out from university. That
He had a rounder's bat in
he
it.
had a rounder's bat in his eye, and he wouldn't stop going on about it, plotting revenge, night after night. No, there was. I had one flatmate that couldn't cook, but we couldn't work out that we used to come downstairs at university and find pans, saucepans with blackened pasta at the bottom of it, and we'd always go, I can't understand how he's doing that. We couldn't understand how he was doing it, but for months we'd find this absolutely charred black to the bottom of the pan. Just like, how do you
What kind of pasta?
just penne?
Penne.
But how do you even manage that? You know, no sauce, just that. And when in dissertation week in the third year, he came in with a pan of pasta, and just dry pasta in a pan. And he came in, and I was sat slightly lower than him.
Yeah.
He said, "Is that too much pasta for one person?" And I couldn't quite see, so I grabbed the pan to have a look. And what it done was it had it heating on the pan for 15 minutes. And my hand stuck to the pan, and I had to but you know how like melted cheese kind of, and my hand's just kind of like stuck to the bottom of the pan, and I had to peel it all off, and my hand completely blistered up, and I had to write my dissertation with just one hand.
Did it one? Got 2-1. Did it one-handed?
Yeah, and but then we worked out why the pans were getting.
So how did he not realise that the
useless.
pasta was not meant to be black?
I think he just was eating the top layers, which is why he obviously didn't know how much pasta he was meant to be using. And also everything that we did was disgusting. Everything that we did was absolutely disgusting. You know, like we were disgusting to him, and then he'd start conversations with, you know, when you have a large boil on your back and it bursts in the night and it stains your t-shirt, and we were like, no, we don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know. And we go, oh right, you know. So, and he was a massive Tom Baker fan.
God, just twist the knife at the end.
Yeah, massive Tom Baker fan.
I mean, that's going to take some beating.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast. XFM.
Bastille, Pompeii on XFM. That makes me feel quite nostalgic, Neil. It's kind of we played that a lot at the start of my run on this show, and it's back for the first time in ages. What a day! Joined, as God would want, by James Acaster,
Yeah, I'm sure God would want.
and still Nick Helm here,
Hello.
in league with the devil. How are you, James?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah?
Pretty good.
Good week?
Yeah, alright. I went on a stag do.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was good. We went go-karting and that was a nightmare.
I love go-karting.
I
I
know.
loved it when I
I
went.
went go-karting on my stag too. So
Did you like it?
No.
No, I can't drive anyway, so it was horrible.
Yeah. No one warned me.
What, that you were going go-karting?
I didn't know.
It was indoors, yeah?
Yeah, indoors.
Because I pictured it would be like, oh, we're all going to be on grassy
Yeah.
hills, going down hills. and
Indoors!
Indoor go-karting.
Yeah,
Well, I went
indoors.
outdoors and it was raining. It was exciting. We kept skidding.
No, it's a
in a
track,
warehouse.
isn't it, with tyres, and you go around, and there's two pedals. There's stop and forward,
Yeah.
and you can't reverse.
You definitely can't drive.
But that's it. You go forward or
Yeah,
it's
no,
stop.
I've done it. It was brilliant. It was the best fun I've ever had.
It was like being in a car crash for an hour.
What happened? Did you win?
No, I came last.
Hey!
I came last.
Obviously. Yeah, I came last, and about halfway through, I felt like crying.
Oh yeah, I
genuinely.
hate
I mean, it's like
That's how I felt when I did paintball. So what happened? You wanted to cry halfway through.
yeah. So then and at the end, kind of, I thought just it's a stag do, so don't bring the mood down. Everyone else really loved it. And as soon as everyone went, how was it, James? I hated it. I felt like I was going to cry. I was just so awful. And then we went out into town.
How much did you lose by though? How many seconds?
I lost by a lot. Basically, everyone else had done at least. I think the person who finished in front of me did 5 more laps than I did.
Oh my word.
Oh, because it's a time limit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just you used to all do it.
When I
You all
started-
race for an hour.
When I
Embarrassing.
did
It's
it,
only embarrassing if you care.
Well, I did it on a stag do. Ellis James, the comedian who's been on this show, he won on the timer, but that's because he was so far behind it. He was at the back. They thought
It was
at the
so far
front.
behind. He restarted, and it's amazing. You've completed it in 4 seconds. That's amazing.
So for a minute he thought he'd won, and then there was like people that took it really seriously on the Stag do that were like, "This can't be right." And they checked it.
Yeah.
And
That's awful when you're.
are they
surrounded by
happy with
people
their
like
lives? I wonder.
that. Yeah. This can't be right. This cannot be right. We have to check this. It's really bringing the whole Stag do down and everything. There's someone in here that might be claiming that they won the go-karting.
So how did it end?
We went into Kettering town for a night out
Yeah.
on the booze, but it was I haven't been out in Kettering in ages, and at least 3 of the nightclubs in Kettering now have installed those boxing punching machines that you get at fairs in the pub. And you just got guys lining up and just punching them really hard in front of groups of girls who are watching, and just go, they're just gearing themselves up to find a weed like me. I don't want to be in here.
The scariest thing was your face was on all of the
Every single one.
As a Stag do prank.
Yeah. Classic Stag.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
XFM, Josh Widdicombe, and still joined by Nick Helm.
Hello.
That was a strange start, wasn't it? And
Very
not-
formal.
very
XFM, Josh Widdicombe.
Josh Widdicombe, CIA.
The radio.
My show! My show!
You're the listener. I'm the DJ. You heard a song.
James Acaster.
Yeah.
You all right, James?
Yeah, good mate.
Still talking about. Well, we haven't talked to you about this yet. Excuses. You've none spring to mind.
None that I can say on the air.
No, fair enough.
You know,
But for listeners at home, it's an absolute corker.
absolute classic excuses.
Yeah.
All the time.
If James Acaster's dad is listening, yeah, it's that one.
I wasn't there. Oh,
Hello, David. Hello, how are you?
David, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
It was never that hot in February.
Yeah. You and I both knew, Dad, my bedroom doesn't get so hot that one would need to shed all their garments. So,
Hello, David. Hello, Diane, James's mum as well.
who did, yeah,
Wasn't involved, but
no,
definitely.
but I imagine he told her later on and they laughed about it.
It's a tough time, isn't it, growing up?
Christopher.
Christopher, did you say? Oh, you said that you said Quiztopher, as if it's some name of a
Christopher
a
has
quizmaster. Quiztopher.
Christopher has tweeted in. I mean, they all pale into insignificance, really, after that one. But, I don't. This was his. Don't say this one, Acaster. Or James. As I've been told, I call you Acaster too much, apparently.
That's fair. Who said that? Neil.
Probably the suits
Neil,
upstairs.
That ruled it with an iron fist again.
I don't need a lift today. I'm not coming to work. Someone stole my towels from the line. I'm going to track them down. Is that an excuse?
Well,
It is.
Well, it is
Yeah,
an
it's
excuse.
an excuse.
it is an excuse. It's an excuse that's so obscure and weird that you would believe it as well.
Yeah.
No one's making up someone stole my towels. That's not
How would you go about tracking them down?
I'd look for the driest person in all of town.
Yeah. Follow the trail of flannels.
Yeah.
The showers. That's right, Ed.
Yeah, that's what you'd
That's
do.
the last
That's
place you'd go with the towels.
That's a really
Yeah.
good idea. I would just go
beach?
around town, peering into people's bathrooms.
That's another towel-centric place. If I'd stolen all the towels, I'd go to somewhere that didn't require any towels.
So that no one would look for you.
HMV.
Like
You did. Lay low.
HMV.
Lay low in HMV. We will.
Starbucks.
You could get a spillage in Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a nightmare.
But
If the
then,
guy came in looking for you in Starbucks, someone spilled their coffee. Says, has anyone got a towel?
Yeah,
And
yes,
you'd
I
have to-
stole
Yeah, I
these
have.
this
Oh
morning.
no!
Despite the fact that you'd stolen all of someone else's towels, you were overcome with honesty. And you have
Yeah.
to go, you know what, he's asked me a direct question. I do have the towels.
So that's next week.
But that's what you do actually. You would, if you really want to catch him, just put a flannel in the street with a cardboard box wedged up with a stick.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
That was Red Hot Chili Peppers, Scar Tissue on XFM. One of the first songs you learn on guitar.
Is it one of the first songs you learned guitar?
Was for me, mate.
Who was teaching you how to play the guitar?
Anthony Kiedis. Is that his name?
Yeah, he's a singer though. He wouldn't have a clue.
Who's the guitarist? We all know the bassist.
John Frusciante back then.
Oh yeah,
It's a bassist Flea.
You know,
the bassist Flea.
He's the bassist.
And to complete the lineup, James,
Chad.
Oh, I've met him.
you've met Chad from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, but
Why?
because I used to do PR events.
Oh yeah.
I used to help rock stars on red carpets find toilets.
Just for toiletry.
just for just for toilets. And I mean, they
Yeah.
were confused. They didn't know where they were going. So,
Yeah,
but,
right,
but I
they
can't
go-
remember his surname.
Go, Nick, I need some towels ASAP. You know, oh, we haven't got enough.
I know just the place. There's a washing line 3 blocks from there.
Oh, James.
Mm.
Classic scrape.
Mine's
Oh,
good.
shall we? I should say, James gets in a lot of scrapes, as already illustrated in the last link.
Yeah.
And what is your scrape this week?
It's another school one. It's a lot of school ones lately. But I in my first week of school, we had in our first music lesson, we were put into groups.
Why is there so many musical scrapes?
Because I'm a big fan of music. I like playing
Is it
music.
all the
It's,
scales?
yeah.
That's better than that.
The joke's better than what it got.
Scales are quite rough, so that's why you'd get a scrape.
You
off
get
of
scrapes on all the scales. Yeah.
them. Yeah, that's a perfectly serviceable joke, right? Carry on, James.
First lesson, the first project we had to do is we were put into groups to go off into different rooms, and we had to rework a nursery rhyme. That was
What?
Jack and Jill went up a hill.
I was
Jack
11.
got naked.
I was 11.
You were 11.
We'd keep the same lyrics, but we had to.
I don't think they're called lyrics.
Yeah, well, yeah, but words. And I had to change the style, so that play.
If you didn't do rap, I will eat my hat.
I did not do rap.
What did you
Give me
do?
my hat.
What we did is me and my 4 friends went into a room and just talked for ages about other things, and didn't do the work. And then we were told, you got 1 minute left, you got to come and perform it in front of the class.
Oh no!
So we very quickly decided upon something we would do without rehearsing it, and so everyone else.
Musical instruments.
Well, this is the thing. Everybody else had a musical instrument. Everyone else had musical instruments and had gone away and learnt the nursery. We were given the music by the teacher.
What nursery rhyme was it?
We had Humpty Dumpty. We were assigned Humpty Dumpty. So everyone else got up in front of the class and they played like a rock version of Grand Old Duke of York and stuff like that, or like a jazz, all that. We hadn't had time to learn the song or play on any instruments. So my 4 friends stood in a line behind me, and I stood centre stage
Like a wall?
on my own. Yeah, almost like a wall.
Free kicks around them.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, like a wall would have been good if it was like if we'd actually thought of that and gone, look, we've done a wall because of Humpty Dumpty, but that's not why we did it. So we obviously went for a cappella because we didn't have time to do anything else. And without her, I was out front, and this is what we decided on. So basically, they started singing the nursery rhyme, the 4 of them, but in the traditional style, while I paced in front of the class like I was deeply troubled, like furrowing my brow and stuff.
I can't remember this.
This is awful.
It gets worse. Well, I recited the nursery rhyme out loud in a very sad voice. So yeah, while they were singing it, I was going, Humpty Dumpty, sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty.
What style were you going for?
We were building up to our style. So we were doing this as a little build-up of like...
And did everyone else use instruments?
Everyone else had played instruments, everyone else had done proper versions of songs and like learnt the songs.
Yeah.
So we're doing this. And then when I got to the end of the nursery rhyme, and they stopped doing it, and then we launched into a a cappella rock version where we sang Humpty Dumpty to the tune of Lala Bumba. So when they stopped, I on my own went la 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 Humpty like that, like really like proper like that. And they were in the back going Humpty Dumpty and a great fall.
So they would go Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, they were actually going la la Humpty a lot of the time. And I was going up to kids in my class and in their face going la 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 Humpty now. Doing all that. Now I was like headbanging and like pretending that most of it was go on.
Why had you done the preamble? What did that have to do?
We thought basically lure them in to think it's going to be rubbish, and then hit them with the
exceed
genius.
their expectations,
and then go, we're only doing this. So I was doing air guitar for most of it and headbanging.
Right next to a real guitar.
Right next to a real guitar, I could have learned how to play if I'd bothered. So we're doing that. At the end, we finished, and they went wild. Like they thought it was amazing. That they really loved it. Like the whole class thought it was brilliant.
That's amazing.
And they liked it so much that. For the rest of the year, every time, I mean, this is whatever lesson we had, if it was music or anything, if the class, because I had a bit of a badly behaved class, if the class was well behaved, as a reward from the teachers, me and our friend, the teacher would reward the class by getting me to perform the song again. I remember the very last time, and
It's a sad day.
it was a sad day because
burnt the stage.
I'll be honest, I'd lost all love for it. I'd lost all love for the song. The last performance had been lackluster. The last performance, my heart wasn't in it. And we had to do, I was doing all the sad bit, and then I went into la 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 la. I went, I can't do this. If in front of the class, I said it out loud. So I looked at the teacher and went, I can't do this anymore. It was a really, and she was like, okay, he doesn't have to do it. Everyone just file out and just go to lunch. And I remember sitting there watching the class leave, and they just left. One of the kids as he left just went, I always thought it was pretty funny, mate. I was like, yeah. See you later. I'm retired. I couldn't do it. I was retired on stage in front of the class.
Ziggy Stardust at Hammersmith Odeon.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do this.
What room was that? Do people now go? You've got to play Science Room 3 because that's where James Acaster
was
retired
actually
on stage.
It was actually back in the music room where it all started.
It
was
came
back
full
once
circle,
again.
full egg.
Yeah, full egg.
Full oval.
Sorry guys, this song's broken and we just can't put it back together again. I'll see you next term. Have a good summer holidays.
For one last time, James, I've got the 4 people here.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast XFM.
Thank you for joining me, Nick.
Thank you, I had nothing else on.
It's been a pleasure, and thank you, James.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Do you want to give us one more blast of La 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 Humpty?
No.
No, but don't bring it back. If you've learned anything, don't bring it back.
Yeah, it's
Leave them wanting more.
Yeah, it's difficult enough having to relive it today and sing extracts from it. Haven't uttered those words since I'm retired on stage.
Nick, as a reward for doing this show, if you'd like to put your headphones on.
Oh, right.
I'm going to play you. No, La 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 Humpty. No,
Do you actually want me to put the
headphones on? As a reward, because you've done it out of the goodness of heart, you've got you can plug whatever you want, but as Neil rules with an iron fist, he gives you 30 seconds. Neil, would you like to? I'll count you in, and then you can plug your Edinburgh show and CD, I suppose. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I am doing Edinburgh. I'm doing a show at 4. I'm ruining it. I'm doing 4 p.m. It's so much pressure. 4 p.m. Pleasance Forth every day. One Man Megamyth. Nick Helm, One Man Megamyth, and then download Nick Helm Hot and Heavy off iTunes. I feel so dirty. That's it though. It's actually easier than I thought it was. I mean, I can see it counting down. So that's 4 p.m. every day. Pleasance Forth.
Easy, James.
Also in Edinburgh, 7 o'clock every day at the Pleasance Beneath. Nothing else.
Who did that room at that time last year?
I think last year at that time in that very room was Josh Widdicombe.
Brilliant room, brilliant time. Brilliant time.
Basically,
you're going to have a ball.
I'm hoping to bring a bit more, basically bring dignity back to that room. Undo what he did.
And my Edinburgh show, come God, it's getting close, isn't it? That's all anyone's talking
It's
about.
not,
now.
it's weeks away.
It's weeks away.
It's
Weeks away.
7.5 weeks away.
7.5 weeks. So my
Or
Edinburgh
something.
show, which by that point will exist, is in the Assembly George Square at 9 p.m.
Is that a big room?
I've never been in it.
But it's big, isn't it?
It is big.
It's probably,
I'll be
good
in
that
it
you get
next
the
year.
opportunity to plug your show every week then, isn't it? I just get the one to say presents for
And
all
you're using
4 p.m.
mine. That's disappointing. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for coming in. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me.
We're doing Edinburgh specials. So do you want to do some live music for that?
Yeah, I could probably do something, but I mean, you've just sprung it on me live on air.
I know I shouldn't have. I just thought that then when we were talking about
Yeah,
Edinburgh.
sure, I'll do.
And thank you, James.
Cheers, mate.
Do you want to come on the Edinburgh specials and do some live music? Possibly La 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 Humpty.
Oh, twist my arm, mate. Yeah, I'll do la 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 Humpty for the fans.
I can't wait for Edinburgh.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast XFM.